guys, welcome to the Luchi Final Fantasy XIV stream. Today is August 29th, 2015, and today is episode 6 of my weekend stream. And I usually post it during the evenings on the East Coast. Time varies based on real life and in-game things. I know I don't do any live play right now, but once I get a better connection and the server's a little bit more stable, I hope in the future to continue doing live streaming. But for now, I just do topics for discussion, and hopefully I'll do some more educational videos in the future. For tonight, though, I'm just going to cover the 3.07 notes and the Rising event that is going on currently. I'm posting the links for information to both of those from the Lodestone and Console Games Wiki. They're my two favorite sites to go to for game information, regardless of if it's about items, jobs, current events, what have you. So if you want a quick rundown and you want to read it yourself and you don't want me rambling about it, that's there. If you have anything you would like me to bring up or ever want to join the discussion, feel free to message me or add me on LuchiRay87 on Skype. So for the patch that just happened on the, which day was it? The 25th, just a few days ago, we got patch 3.07. This is, I believe, the last patch we're going to get before 3.1. I could be wrong. We might get another baby one. But they basically did an overhaul of Astrologian and did a couple little tweaks for Machinist, Monk, and Dark Knight. I don't play Dark Knight or Machinist or Monk yet, so I can't really go into detail as far as how amazing those adjustments are, but I can give a little bit more of a dissertation about Astrologian. But basically what they did was they increased the duration and the potency of the buffs on Astrologian because they were trying to keep the job balanced by giving it weaker heals compared to, say, White Mage, because it got buffs for the party. So it's kind of unfair to say, hey, you get buffs and you get heals as good as White Mage. But the problem with that was the balance between those was still, it was still kind of weak going into end-game content. And I can't speak for myself on that because I've only gotten it into the mid-50s. I still don't have it to 60, but I know there's a lot of people complaining about the strength of the heals as well as the potency and the length of the buffs, because it's like, hey, if you're going to take my heals away, at least give me some buffs that really, really, really give some oomph to the party. So without further ado, for 3.07, the battle system adjustments for Dark Knight were adjustments to Unleash and Blood Weapon. For Unleash, you can now see enemy attack indicators, and for Blood Weapon, the TP cost was reduced. For Monk, meditation has been reduced from 1.5 to 1.2 seconds for recast. The Forbidden Chakra delay has now been reduced. The Tornado Kick has been reduced from recast of 60 to 40. Grease Lightning has now been increased from 9 to 10% damage bonus, and then 12 to 14 seconds increase in regular battle, and from 24 to 28 seconds in PvP. Grease Lightning has the same duration increase on PvP and regular battle, as well as Grease Lightning 3, but what they did was they changed the bonus from 18 to 20 and 27 to 30%. So those are the new damage bonuses, is 10, 20, and 30. So that's nice. A little extra oomph in there. For Machinist, they changed the recast time from 40 seconds to 30 seconds on quick reload, and the TP recovered has now been reduced from 50 to 30, but at least there's that quicker turnover. And also the quicker reload trait now reduces the recast time to 15. So every 15 seconds you're still getting 30 extra TP. I wouldn't really complain about that too much, especially since I think Machinist gets the I believe they're little, they're not summons, but they're the turrets. I think they actually help give back TP, so I can't see that being too much of a change other than they're going to get their TP back quicker. Now, for Astrologian, lots of changes. Benefic to Benefic 2, potency has changed from 380 to 400 and 620 to 650, and Helios has been increased from 290 to 300. And the potency of expected Benefic has been increased to 140 under Diurnal Sect, and 130% of HP is now being restored from the barrier when it's under Nocturnal Sect. So that's like the main difference when you're playing Astrologian. You actually get two stances you can choose from. One is Diurnal, which helps with regen, and then the Nocturnal is basically how strong the heals are coming back, but your cast time is slower. So you pretty much pick, what kind of effects you want, and if you want to go a little faster, if you want to go a little slow. So it's nice to know that the regen effect on basically your Medica 2, it's either going to be 140 potency or you get 130% of the HP back on your party members under Nocturnal. So it really depends on exactly what you're looking for. It depends on the party type, really. Like the circumstance, like the fight. You may need those heals now, or you may need a specific amount of damage back. As far as expected Helios goes, you get a cure potency of 200 under Nocturnal, and you get 150 under 200 when you're not under Nocturnal, and 150 under Nocturnal. I apologize if I got that tongue-tied. Also, the potency of the regen effect from Diurnal Sect has been reduced from 50 to 40, but that's kind of minor compared to all the other changes. Also, Sinistry now has the effect for increasing the caster's healing potency by 20% for 20 seconds. So that gives a little extra oomph in there, because Sinistry is that boost. It's almost like cover. It's like, hey, I'm not healing you all the time, but I noticed you're a little weaker. I'm going to put this on you, and that way whenever I'm healing everybody else, you get a little extra. So now that HP has also been changed from 50 to 40%, but that increase in 20% potency will kind of help cover that. Also, the recast time on that is now 90 seconds instead of 120. So overall, I think that's been the major thing with a lot of these new jobs is the recast times are horrible on some of these skills. So I think it works out a little bit better that you're not waiting 2 minutes for some of these skills to come back, especially when you're in stuff like Alexander and high-end raids. You need that stuff a lot quicker than, I gotta wait 2 minutes for this. 2 minutes could fly by, but also Celestial Opposition. Your recast time has been changed from 150 to 120, and Disable has now been reduced from 10 to 6 seconds recast time, and also the effect has now been changed to reduce the potency of all the target's effective actions for the duration. I can't remember exactly what the former skill, what the skill did formerly, but I believe it was almost something like blind or silence, where it's kind of like hush you can't do anything. But then the problem with that is once you would hit them, and if you've got a tank that's using an AoE type attack where it hits everything, and there's kind of not really a reason for you to use disable, and only being able to disable something every I don't remember what the recast time was on that, but it was awful. It's like 2 minutes or something. It was almost pointless to have. But now the duration, the duration is now only 6 seconds, but it changes the potency of their attacks. It's kind of like an inverted eye for an eye. Also, Collective Unconscious will now grant regen and 10% damage reduction to party members when using in either Diurnal or Nocturnal Sect. Auto attack will be cancelled upon execution. and the region potency has been adjusted from 200 to 150, and the duration has been changed from 18 to 15. And I haven't got to use collective unconscious yet, but it seems like with all the added benefits of for all the Helios and benefits that having something overall like collective unconscious getting a little reduced shouldn't be too big of a deal, since you're going to have those constant other skills that are being replenished more often, that are going to be like a better slow and steady than this great big thing that I only get to use once. And as far as the cards go, the balance, the bull, and the arrow have now been changed. The durations now last 30 seconds instead of 15. And it doesn't matter if it's a single target or area of effect. So those are the adjustments for the jobs. They've also adjusted PvP. The monk, as said before, the grease lightning has been increased, so X kick is longer, and purify is a shared action, but it now lasts 120 seconds instead of 180. And enhanced purify trait reduces recast time to 90 seconds. And they've also adjusted some of the PvP encounters. The damage penalty incurred due to the distance of a barter machinists from their targets will now be reduced when using Wanderer's Mat or Gross Barrel. The effects of high battle and high fever have also been adjusted. Battle high. The increased rate of filling the adrenaline gauge has now been reduced to 1.25 times the normal rate, and for battle fever it's 1.5 times the normal rate. And they said that these adjustments apply to Borderland Ruin Slaughter and Seal Rock Seas. Also, they've adjusted some items. The effective favors have been adjusted as follows. The duration of favors have been reduced from 15 minutes to 5 minutes. The rate at which concealed gathering points appear has increased by 300% though. So it seems like they've kind of helped gatherers out by giving you more of what you want, and it's just a smaller window. But that can be nice, because I know a lot of people that are into gathering and stuff, and sometimes they still do want to continue doing well in battle and mage things. So only spending 5 minutes in a window will take less time away from any actual crafting and any other things they do. But the gathering points have been increased, so it gives you more to look for, instead of, oh my god, I have nothing to look for in 15 minutes, needle in a haystack, and I'm wasting my life right now. But I don't know, it seems like a nice adjustment. I don't really know how everybody else feels about it, but it seems like a fair adjustment to me. And now you can obtain blue claw shrimp, rock mussel, mog palm, sweetfish, and blue cloud coral from Fishing Ventures. And the rate at which battle galley can be caught when using brute leech has been adjusted. Also, the following item names have been adjusted. The Ninja Teiko has now been called the Koga Teiko, and the Ninja Teko is now the Koga Teko. For system, basically they just added extra K's into those things. And oh no, they changed it from Ninja to Koga. I apologize. Anyway, yeah, extra K's. I'm so sorry. I am out of it today. Alright, for system. This is one of my favorite things. You can finally see the TP bar of all the party members. To reduce system load, the values of your TP bar have been removed. And also the list of party bonuses has been placed on top of the party members tab under the party in the main menu. So what they've done is, used to, you probably didn't pay that much attention to it, I know I didn't, but there was a party bonus up above the party list that showed like dexterity, intelligence, and whatnot. It basically showed like, hey, we got intelligence in this battle, or hey, we got dexterity. These are, it was actually kind of helpful if you were a bard because you would kind of, at a quick glance, you would know,